So we installed a new theme, which is fantastic, but of course it just looks like crap. It looks like anything else. It's like what I just paid for. It doesn't look like anything. I don't even know where to start from here. Hopefully I'm not putting those words in your head, but those are the first reactions I had. So from here, I'd advise to, because a lot of these things are going to have to do with documentation and the demo data especially, let's just extract it so we can take a look at what's inside. So we're going to look at that. And documentation normally has everything you need to really like troubleshoot anything. And the thing about things like this is that it has 170 downloads, 5 stars. That generally means that not only do people like the theme and it looks good, but it's easy to install and it's easy to really set up everything once you do it. So the demo data, okay, that's going to have all the data that will make the website essentially look like what it looked like in the preview. So when you were looking at different themes and you're clicking preview and it looks great, it's built out, has everything where it needs to be, it's because it's all kind of pre-done in the demo. And then for documentation, a lot of times it's gonna, these assets, what's interesting about documentations, I love how they do this, is that documentation is basically going to be rendered on your browser. Much like how I showed you way back, how the websites work, you're just pretty much giving information to a browser and it's rendering the code that you give it. That's what this documentation is. So a lot of people are like, I don't really know what to do with it. You know, you can double click it right from here. And what it'll do is actually a great job rendering it because it's pulling it locally. All this information, see how it's a local domain in the browser. That just shows like the browser doesn't have to connect the internet to work. All it's doing is rendering code, whether it be local, which is right here, or online. So from here, there's all the documentation. It's going to say what's required. Some of it's technical, some of it's not. But it's going to show you, you know, pretty much what I'm doing right here. Probably do a better job, in all honesty. But hopefully we won't miss anything. You know, maybe I'll reference this later. But this is you know, everything you really need to get things like kind of rolling. You're talking about the case results. That's fantastic. It's talking about custom post. So it really has everything. It has a visual composer. I kind of wanted it to be, in all reality, this is the builder. I kind of wanted the WP Bakery, but Visual Composer is good too. A little misleading, not the end of the world whatsoever, of course. So what will happen now is, okay, so we have this all set up. And what's going to happen is we have our theme, okay? So the theme editor is typically, no, let's not do that. At this point, we're going to begin installing. Remember we said that before, it has plugins. So this theme requires the following. And the good thing is instead of having to go into our folder and install them like here and upload them one by one, we can just go through here and it's saying like, we need all these things. Let's just do it for now. There's the WP Visual Composer, which is great. So you just click everything, install. This will probably take a second, so I'm not gonna record this because I'm gonna grab some water. Fantastic. That didn't really take too long. I didn't really have to grab water. But there were 10. It installed all 10 without a hitch, which is great because a lot of times there is something that comes between us and the website that we want. So that's great. That's really not going to affect anything on the homepage yet because we want to do the importing data. So there isn't anything obvious that stands out. So that's the great thing about this documentation, is that it'll tell you how to go about doing it. So it's saying the fastest way to do it is your demo content importer. They make it very simple. Make sure you have all required plugins. Cool. Did we install them? Yes. Did we activate them? I don't know. Let's take a look. So here, installed plugins. And it turns out they are all active. So the reason we know that they're all active is because it says deactivate for all of them. So it did install this, the one-click demo import. Oh, what do we have here? A lot of stuff on the side. So you know how before, you know, we had very, very simple menu. Now we have a very robust and comprehensive menu with all sorts of different things going on. And we should spend some time going through it and see what each thing means. I do see that WooCommerce and products are here. We're not selling anything. This is very, very much just specifically for WooCommerce. So if you're a lawyer and you're selling guides or something, well, I'm not really sure, maybe some swag or bobbleheads of your lawyers, maybe you'd have it. But WooCommerce is pretty heavy, and I don't think we're going to be using it. And I don't really much appreciate advertisements in the back end, but it comes with the territory. So we'll go through here and see like what's going on with some of these plugins, because it kind of threw a lot on us. We'll see. We're not really at that phase right now. But the one thing we're at is definitely this one-click demo. So you see how we did this. My documentation said to do import demo data. And what we're going to do is we're going to see really what that entails. So it's importing a demo, the pose, pages, images, theme settings, a lot of great stuff. It's going to make it look a lot like the preview we originally saw. So let's see what happens when we do this. Oh, we're probably not going to have to do anything, which is great. So this particular theme, like already kind of has it like pre-referenced. It's going to go grab it. Sometimes you have to post like kind of strings of code. Sometimes you have to upload something. It's still not very difficult, but in this instance, it appears that they're going to do plenty for us on our behalf, which is great. So it's supporting a lot of things. Like I said, post pages, probably quite a bit of images. It's going to create that slider. It's going to arrange all the elements on the home page and also the interior pages, sample pages. So at this point, when this is done, this should be along the lines of when I do a refresh and then you're like, okay, it is officially jumping from a very basic blog into a completely built out website almost all at once. And we'll probably just do a couple adjustments if everything doesn't carry over. You know, we'll see. You know, play the waiting game, and I'll just see in a second, just in case this takes a while. So one thing that I noticed is failed to import these products. This demo is like pretty good. This theme's pretty good because sometimes if you don't have everything they asked for, and I already didn't follow their directions, it won't work. So I went ahead and I deleted I deactivated WooCommerce, and they're trying to add these products here, and then it was like there were import errors. So I'm a jerk for not following the directions. But what do we get? We were good. We just successfully imported all the demo data. As you can see, obviously this is my domain. We're like blown away, like this happened, but holy crap. This is what a majority of great websites look like nowadays, and don't mind that, that's WP Engine. I have a question, but wow. This is a fantastic start, and it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting started, and I hope you are too.